Ladies and gentlemen, training camp is officially started, and I mean that in the worst way possible because we have got injuries. Welcome back to another video where I go over the current news going on in the NFL and any other sports. However, today's video is primarily about the NFL. Outside of the constant injuries that have been going on, we also have news on Aaron Rodgers. We have news on Delvin Cook. We apparently have a coach fistfight coming up. Plus all the extra stuff along the way I'm gonna include. However, before we hop in today's video, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks. It'll save you a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. Code Wyatt10 will also save you a discount on any Waggle merchandise. Link is in the description. All right, I'm done talking now. Let's get into the news. Okay, so starting off this video, let's talk about all the injuries that have been going on, because as far as I'm concerned, there are three very notable ones. First off, we got the Lions' new DB, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Now, he's not new to the league, but he's new to Detroit, and he was going to help them out in a monster way. However, he was carted off the field. But luckily, the Lions will avoid catastrophe. It says in the updated article, it turns out the Lions don't need to hit the panic button. CJ was carted off the practice field after suffering a non-contact knee injury. That's usually a sign of serious, potentially season-ending injury, but fortunately, Dan Campbell said imaging showed no major structural damage. Now, I don't think they have a true timetable on when he's supposed to return, but it doesn't sound like he is gonna miss a lot of time at all, which is fantastic because me wanting the Lions to succeed and just being an NFL fan, I hope everyone's team can make it through preseason as healthy as possible. Now, on to the next injury. It's a little bit more significant. This is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow also had a non-contact injury yesterday, and the video is actually out on Twitter of it happening. It doesn't look very good. However, it would appear that we are once again blessed with good news. It says here, Joe Burrow was carted away from day 2 training camp on Thursday with an apparent lower right leg injury. After the 26-year-old was evaluated, Zach Taylor told reporters it was a calf injury. Then later on, it was specified that the injury is a calf strain. Burrow will miss time, but he's going to be fine. Big sigh of relief there. That would be a huge blow to football. He's one of the guys that it doesn't matter who they're playing, you want to tune in to watch Joe Burrow every week. And the last injury, and I saved it for last because I feel it's the most serious because he's going to miss the most time, it's Jalen Ramsey. It says here, Dolphins cornerback Jalen Ramsey is expected to miss at least 6 to 8 weeks due to a meniscus injury that will require surgery on his left knee. Ramsey is scheduled for surgery on Friday, but it is likely that he will require a full meniscus repair, which would put his return date all the way back to December. Jalen released a statement on social media writing that he'd be back on the field stronger than ever in due time. However, there is no way to look at this and be comfortable with the situation. Again, anybody thinking, oh, he's a Bills fan, he's probably happy about this? Absolutely not. For one, I know what it's like to lose a really key player. And two, you don't want to beat a team when they're crippled because then there's excuses. You want to beat them at their fullest extent, so this absolutely sucks. Hope he comes back soon. Next up, I'm going to give you guys an update on Delvin Cook, the last remaining hot free agent. I'm just kidding. There's still like 1 million people available. It's crazy. However, yesterday, Delvin Cook hopped on a jet to visit the Jets. I believe that visit is actually happening today. However, it's kind of ironic because he is also going to visit the Patriots on this flight. It's kind of weird. This entire offseason, there's been circulations of Delvin Cook, going somewhere within the AFC East. And it's been every single team rumored at one point. You gotta believe he's going somewhere, and at this point, I'm led to believe it's gonna be the Jets, and I'm really annoyed by it. The fuck is your problem, Delvin? I thought we were cool. We spent years together. This is the thanks I get? Fuck you! Now moving on, we've got some news on Aaron Rodgers, and Wyatt's actually gonna say something nice about it. So first off, let's get to the news about Aaron Rodgers. The news is that he signed a new 2-year deal with the Jets for $75 million guaranteed. Now you might be thinking, what's the news about that? Well, the news is he took a $35 million pay cut. He was owed like $105, $110 million, something like that. He took all that money off his contract to try and let the Jets go out and get people like Delvin Cook to build this Super Bowl team. And obviously Green Bay fans are salty about this because it took a lot of money to get him to stay in Green Bay, and the second he goes somewhere else, he just pretty much says, I don't need it, just give me good players. But moving on about it, what I want to say about Aaron Rodgers, it's finally something positive. I think that a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now need to look at this and they need to understand what it actually takes to win a championship. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of your own self. Sometimes you can't make the most money in the league if you want to win a ring. As much as I hate this asshole, as much as I hate this miserable son of a bitch, he is being a team player, he is being a really good leader right now, and he is doing everything in his power to make sure that this is not a waste of his time in New York. Any Jets fan right now should be delighted that he's their quarterback, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, especially about my rival team, but like that's extremely admirable on his part. All right, now moving on, we've got the possible coach fistfight going on, and I don't mean that literally, but Sean Payton has been throwing some serious heat at Nate Hackett for his terrible efforts last year in Denver. There's a lot of dialogue if you read the full article, but basically, the meat of it was when Sean Payton said, they can only beat the bleep out of you so much, but everybody's got a little stink on their hands. It's not just Russell. It was a poor offensive line. It might have been one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. That's how bad it was. Shots fired! Anyway, when Saleh was asked about it, I don't think Hackett's commented on it, at least that I've seen. Saleh had to say, I kind of live by a saying, if you've got no haters, you're not popping, so hate away. Then added, obviously we're doing something right if you've got to talk about us when we don't play you until week 4. So in other words, Saleh pretty much brushed it off. However, it's pretty funny because that was a bomb thrown by Sean Payton. Takes a year off of coaching, comes back into a team and just says, yeah, that was the worst coaching job in the history of the fucking league. Like, holy shit. That's gonna be a fun game, dude. They gotta make it prime time if it ain't already. Next piece of news we got is going to be very quick, but it's about the new hit show on Netflix called Quarterback. For those who haven't heard, it was renewed for season 2, but there's a little bit of a problem going on right now. And that problem is nobody wants to do it. It says right here that Dak Prescott and Matt Stafford actually declined season 1, and now Dak Prescott has already declined season 2, as well as Justin Fields, Tua, Jalen Hurts, and Sam Howell. It doesn't shock me, like at all. I know it's disappointing to like fans who want to watch it, but can you imagine a camera crew following you around in and outside of football for 9 months? I would absolutely hate that. So good luck, but I'm not sure what they're gonna do. They might have to go to different positions. All right, and the last thing we're gonna do before I do my top 5 list and close out this video is the NFL Immaculate Grid for the day, because I still have yet to, I think, complete this 100%. So let's go! Brown Commander, that's Obi-Wan Jacoby, baby. Actually, I could have done him for Colt Commander, too. Anyway, moving on, let's do Amari Cooper right here. Colt Cowboy, that should be easy. Yeah, it is, T.Y. Hilton. Right, this is gonna be Dez. This will be Tyreek or Travis. Washington receiver with 10 plus touchdowns. I'm honestly not sure I can think of anybody who's done that on Washington. Anyway, let's see if we can get a player. Oh, Kareem Hunt. Now we got 3 left. I think I might be done here. Hard for you guys to tell how long I've been sitting here, but it's been a couple minutes. All right, who did we miss? Justin Houston. Carson Wentz. Fuck. And Santana Moss. I would not have guessed him. Carson Wentz, though, man. I feel like an ass. And now, ending the video, we will be doing another top 5 list, and I went on Twitter and asked you guys for recommendations, and one that I really liked was my top 5 favorite animals. For those who don't know, I am a passionate lover of animals. I might be scared of them, but that doesn't mean I don't love them. So, starting off at number 5, my 5th favorite animal of all time is the tiger. Tigers are majestic creatures, and they're going extinct, which means they're becoming more and more rare by the day. I mean, look at them, they're sick. They got the stripes, they kind of look like a big kitty. The Frosted Flakes mascot's Tony the Tiger, so they automatically get some bonus points. And I can officially say that if tigers ever went extinct, I would be quite sad, so save the tigers. Coming on to animal number 4, we have got the Komodo dragon. These things are fucking cool, man. They're like dinosaurs. Now, you don't want to get near them because they'll kill you with one bite. However, it doesn't take away how damn cool they look. I don't think people realize these things become like 350 pounds and 10 feet long. Legitimate dinosaurs. They're almost like an actual dragon. They just can't breathe fire. Trust me, if I ever seen one of these things walking around in the woods wild, I would assume my life is about to end and I'd say a prayer, but it doesn't take the fact away that they're one of my favorite animals of all time. And that brings us to animal number 3. Give me the rhinoceros. Elite animal here with the big horn sticking out of their nose. It looks mythical. I'm also led to believe that these things are going extinct, which is incredibly sad, but can you imagine just being in a country where you're going on a drive and you just look out and see a fucking rhino in the pasture next to you? Well, not pasture, it'd be a field, but that'd be insane. Notice how a rhino kind of looks like a dinosaur, and I really like that too. Maybe that's a trend. All right, number 2, we've got the platypus. They're adorable, no other way around it. I want to pick one up and just hold it over my shoulder all day. Some people are thrown off by the beak, but I'm not. I don't know. I just want to kiss it. I'm obsessed with the platypus. One day I will have one as a pet, but I have heard that they're mean little bastards, so maybe I'll have to tame it. And now time for my all-time favorite animal. It is none other than the hippopotamus. Look at it. Just look at that majestic creature. They remind me a lot of myself. I often dream about just riding on the back of a hippopotamus through a river with a rainbow in the background. And then I would feed him watermelons whole. And I would name him Chub. Seriously though, adult hippos, baby hippos, they're all adorable. The only thing about a hippopotamus is that they will fucking kill you. And that is going to be all for today's video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to show any support, you already know what to do. I am going to get this edited so I can hopefully get an extra out to you guys, and I do plan to try and stream this weekend, so keep your eyes peeled. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next video.